Hey, welcome to Loadero's tutorial. In this video, we'll take a closer look at Loadero's participants and groups and how to configure them for your testing needs. Let's jump right in. A participant in Loadero is a single simulated user represented by a cloud-hosted browser that executes your web UI automation script. If you have not created your first test yet, you can do it by following our previous video. I already have the test, so I'll just add participants to it. So let's start off by clicking the test gear icon and then edit button. Now we are in the test editing view. We already have the test configured and we'll take a look only at the adding and editing of the participants. To access that, click Participants tab. If your test already has participants, you will see them here. Loadero allows you to configure participant groups, group participants, and also ungrouped participants like the one we have right here. Participant groups are especially handy when you have multiple user flow in your test, and you separate them by the group ID Loadero variable. Another way to use group structure is for managing when your participants start the test run by selecting group increment strategies. Such increment strategies make the whole group begin executing the test run at once. You can use it to make one group of participants start the test with a delay after the previous group has already started executing the script. You can also group participants by any parameter important for your test result analysis, such as browser, location, and network setting. I will leave previously created ungrouped participant, and I will add a group of participants using Mozilla Firefox. Let's start off by clicking Add Group button. Let's give the new group a title. I will call mine Firefox. Next, we have the count parameter. It works the same way for groups as it does for participants. It is the number that represents the identical copies of the group and its participants. If there are 3 participants in a group, and the setting of the group is 2, it will result in launching 6 participants in total, 2 copies of each participant in the group. For my group, I will set the count to 1 and click Add Group. Now we have a new group, but it is empty, so let's add some participants to it. To do that, click Add Participant button. Now on the screen you see Participant Configuration Modal. It is the same for group participants and ungrouped participants. So let's go through all of the parameters that you can configure here. The title field is just the name of the participant. It helps identifying different participants in the result report. I will name mine Firefox. Count is the number of identical copies of the participant to be added. It is very handy when you scale your test up for load testing. You don't have to add participants manually. Just increase the count and run as many browsers concurrently as you need. I will set it to 2, so we'll have 2 identical Firefox participants. Next is the compute unit setting, which represents how much compute power is available to the participant. G1 compute unit corresponds to 50% CPU core and 1 GB of RAM. That is enough for testing applications that do not require a lot of resources, such as e-commerce solutions, for example. For some applications, you need more CPU and RAM. For example, WebRTC applications that involve video communication. G2 is usually the minimum compute unit setting that allows proper testing of such applications. For some applications that have larger group video calls, even G2 may not be enough. So in those cases, you might need a higher compute unit setting. For this participant, I will set it to G2. As I said before, each test participant is a separate cloud-hosted browser. You can set the browser version right here. Loadero supports Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox and always provides 5 latest stable versions of both. So you can set different browser versions for different participants and compare the result after the test run to see how browser and its version affects the performance. I will use latest version of Firefox for this participant. Next, you have to choose participant location, which is the actual location in which the cloud-hosted instance will be launched. For some applications, it is important to test the performance when users have different latencies, or testing redirects for users in different locations. Loadero has 12 locations available, which provides world-class coverage for your tests. I will set my participant location to US West Oregon. Network conditions allow setting different network connection imperfections, such as high jitter, low bitrate, packet loss, and testing their impact on the user experience. It helps to understand if such network conditions cause any performance issues, which is crucial for audio and video communication apps. I will choose default network setting for my participant. It means no network limitations. You can also change network settings or set completely custom one right in the script by using Loadero's custom command for your appropriate project language. Last parameters that are left are audio feed and video feed. Here you pick the media which will be used to simulate participants' microphone and camera input. If your test does not use any of these streams, you can set any values and it will not have impact on your test. These parameters are also created for testing WebRTC applications which involve audio and video communication. Different media feeds allow simulating users with different devices, higher and lower resolution webcams, different microphones, and so on. Additionally, you have control over the FPS and the resolution of the video feeds sent through the app to test how it handles those. I will set default feeds for my participant as my test will not use microphone or webcam. Now, with all the parameters set according to our needs, I can click Add Participant. Now I have some ungrouped participants and some participants that are in a group. Individual participants can be addressed in your script using participant IDs, and specific actions can be scripted for them. But if you want a set of participants to execute a specific flow, you can group the participants similarly how we done it for the Firefox participants, and use groups ID in the script to make all the participants in the group execute the same flow. Make sure to use this to create a test tailored to your needs. That's it for today. Thank you and see you in the next one.